Meterse en. Meterse en. Meterse en. Man. Okay, so this is literally also, it can have a literal translation, not literal, well, a literal situation rather, and also a figurative situation as well. I mean, yeah, I would say so. But don't worry, we're gonna talk about it. Meterse en. Meter is the verb. Meter, okay? Meter, meter. And se is just a reflexive pronoun. So it's telling us here that you can use reflexive pronouns with this verb or this phrase. Meterse en. Okay? So meter means to put. Okay? For example, if you're gonna put some books in a bag, you can say, voy a meter los libros en la mochila. I'm going to put the books in the backpack. Or when you need to just put something, like, for example, clothes. If you have clothes outside, you can say, mete la ropa, or rather, outside of a closet, for example. Let's be more specific. If you have clothes outside of your closet, you can say, mete la ropa en el armario, put the clothes in the closet. Okay, so we're using the verb meter. Voy a meter, or mete. Okay, mete means just put something somewhere. Okay. Also, it means it means quite a few things. If you need to insert something, you can use meter. For example, mete la llave en la cerradura, insert the key into the lock. Okay, so yeah, it can mean a few things. And in this situation, let's see what meterse en means, because en means in, on, at, and it can be used with different verbs. And let's see what this means. It means to get into or to butt in. To butt in. Yeah, that happens, right? So if you get into a car, okay, or if you get on the bus, on a plane, in the house, to get in the house, you can just say, you can use this phrase. Rather, you can use this phrase in those situations. Or if you see someone butting in, you can also use this phrase in that situation. Remember, you have to conjugate the verb meter. And let me tell you that meter is a regular verb, so it follows the grammatical rules when conjugating verbs in Spanish. So don't worry about any irregularities. There's nothing, not you don't have to worry about that. Just, yeah, it's a regular verb. So that's good news. Now, let's look at some examples using meterse en. Meterse en. Okay. Ella se metió en el carro y, I forgot to add y se fue. Ella se metió en el carro y se fue. So this is a very literal thing happening, so let me tell you the meaning of this. She got into the car and left. Very simple, very basic, very simple, and very useful. Very useful. Okay, so let's break this down. Let's see how meterse en works here. So first we have that phrase right here, metió en. Okay, metió is conjugated, of course. That's the verb meter, conjugated, present tense, past tense. It already happened. And we have se, which is, the reflexive pronoun. Se metió. Se can be used before the verb, just as any reflexive pronouns. You can place them before, or you can just add it to the verb, just like that. And it works. It works. It depends on the situation, what you want to say, but it's a common thing to either place them before or add them to the verb. Okay, so right after. So you say the verb, and then just like here, meterse, it becomes one word pretty much. You have the verb and the reflexive pronoun. Okay, so ella means she. Se metió en, got into el the carro. Carro means car. Y and ella se fue. Se fue. We don't need ella because we have it here already. And sometimes you don't even need this unless you want to be specific. So you can say se metió en el carro y se fue. Okay, and that means she got into the car and left. Or you can say ella se metió en el carro y se fue. She got into the car and left. Okay, so fue, when you say se fue is, you can even just memorize that phrase, se fue, and that means he left, she left, okay? Or you polite left. So she left, he left, you polite, singular as well, left, okay? Se fue. Él se fue, he left. Ella se fue, she left. Usted se fue. You, polite, singular, left. Okay, so that's a very, very good little phrase just to say, hey, he left, she left. And yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. So let's look at the second example, and that's going to be it, guys. That's the last example. The last example. Él siempre se mete en la conversación cuando estamos hablando. This is a bit more complicated. It's more advanced. Él siempre se mete en la conversación cuando estamos hablando. And this means he always butts in when we're talking. Okay, so let's break this down. Let's see how this works. Remember, meterse en also means to butt in. Now, él, he. Siempre means always. Él siempre, he always. Se mete en. So this is the phrase we're learning. We have se. This is the reflexive pronoun. We have meter right here, conjugated, and then en. We have it here. So let's include it. We need it. And that means butts in. But we are specifying la conversación. We're saying la conversación. We're specifying that he butts in when we're talking. Okay, so you can specify when using meterse en. You can use it if you, for example, get in trouble. So meterse en problemas. Problemas, I already talked about that phrase, and it's similar to this phrase, but we're specifying, right? You can say problemas, which means to get into trouble. Okay. So you can also specify that every time you're talking, when you're having a conversation, this person butts in, okay? So se mete en la conversación. So you can even remember this whole thing, meterse en la conversación, and that means to butts in when talking, okay? When having a conversation. So why are we having it twice here? Because we don't have conversation in here. We are just saying, when we're talking. Because this is a common term, just the whole thing, se mete en la conversación or meterse en la conversación. And it just refers to, butting in when talking, when having a conversation. That's it. Cuando, when. I know it's a bit redundant, but it's a common thing to say in Spanish. Cuando means when, and then estamos, nosotros estamos. We don't need nosotros. We need estamos, and that means we are. Okay? Hablando means talking. Okay? Él siempre se mete en la conversación cuando estamos hablando. He always butts in when we're talking. Okay? If you only had él siempre se mete en la conversación, then it's not saying anything about, hey, like when we are talking. It could be when they are talking or I don't know, any other person talking. But when we say when we're talking, we're specifying that it happens when we are talking, right? So that's why we need cuando estamos hablando, when we are talking. So just remember that it's a thing that you can say in Spanish for sure. You can, I'm just trying to see if you can avoid this. Se mete. If you remove la conversación, it sounds wrong. Él siempre se mete en cuando estamos hablando. No, it doesn't work. You need la conversación. You could say, another way that I've heard before is you can not include en, and you can just have mete, okay? Or meterse. Él siempre se mete cuando estamos hablando. He always butts in when we're talking. That's another way to say it, but it's vague because meterse or meter has so many meanings. So is it like, are you saying that this person is butting in, or this person is literally, getting, I don't know, in between the two of you when talking? It can be a little vague. But if you have meterse en la conversación, you're talking about someone interrupting your conversation. Someone butting in when talking, okay? When having a conversation. And that's it, guys. That's it.